How to add multiple columns to pandas data frame in one assignment? I'm new to pandas and trying to figure out how to add multiple columns to pandas simultaneously. Any help here is appreciated. Ideally, I would like to do this in one step rather than multiple repeated steps.
I would have expected your syntax to work too. The problem arises because when you create new columns with the column-less syntax, df new1, new2, equals ... pandas requires that the right-hand side be a data frame. Note that it doesn't actually matter if the columns of the data frame have the same names as the columns you are creating. Your syntax works fine for assigning scalar values to existing columns, and pandas is also happy to assign scalar values to a new column using the single column syntax, df new1, equals ... So the solution is either to convert this into several single column assignments, or create a suitable data frame for the right hand side. Here are several approaches that will work. Then one of the following. 1. 3 assignments in 1, using list unpacking. 2. Data frame conveniently expands a single row to match the index, so you can do this. 3. Make a temporary data frame with new columns, then combine with the original data frame later. 4. Similar to the previous, but using join instead of concat, may be less efficient. 5. Using a dict is a more natural way to create the new data frame than the previous two, but the new columns will be sorted alphabetically, at least before Python 3.6 or 3.7. 6. Use .assign with multiple column arguments. I like this variant on @0's answer a lot, but like the previous one, the new columns will always be sorted alphabetically, at least with early versions of Python. 7. This is interesting, based on this URL, but I don't know when it would be worth the trouble. 8. In the end it's hard to beat 3 separate assignments. Note, many of these options have already been covered in other answers. Add multiple columns to data frame and set them equal to an existing column. Is it possible to add several columns at once to a pandas data frame? Add multiple empty columns to pandas data frame.
You could use assign with a dict of column names and values.
My goal when writing pandas is to write efficient readable code that I can chain. I won't go into why I like chaining so much here. I expound on that in my book, Effective Pandas. I often want to add new columns in a succinct manner that also allows me to chain. My general rule is that I update or create columns using the .assign method. To answer your question, I would use the following code. To go a little further, I often have a data frame that has new columns that I want to add to my data frame. Let's assume it looks like, say, a data frame with the 3 columns you want. In this case I would write the following code.
With the use of concat. Not very sure of what you wanted to do with np.nan, dogs, 3. Maybe now set them as default values.